Sagittarius, hello. Let's see what we've got for you. This is your mid-January reading. General reading, take what resonates. If you're on a cusp, watch both readings. We're going to start off with an oracle card to see sort of what the focus is for you, where you're heading at the moment. Then we're going to do your tarot and end off with some law of attraction cards. So first card coming out for you is encouragement. You always want to take what resonates. Encouragement, this is the universe lending you a helping hand. Okay? So it's almost like, it's almost like life says to you, know what, now we've seen your struggles, we've seen your suffering, we've seen your challenges, and we're giving you a helping hand. Obviously, the thing to remember with life giving you a helping hand is that it can only give you a helping hand when you are open to that sort of thing. It's like a parent helping a teenager. You can only really help the teenager or the child to sort of the degree that they allow it, when at the end of the day, when everything is said and done. So that is basically what's happening for you at the moment. Some challenging things that you might have been dealing with, and there's definitely a hand of help, sort of like a wisdom, which could be an opportunity that you might have missed before, or anything like that actually coming through for you. All right. This is a love reading, but when I do love readings, my focus for you is always with the energy of love, the energy of love for the universe, the true sort of core truth of who you are, because at your core, you are love, even though we don't always kind of feel that way, and so how that energy affects you and how you affect that energy. All right. So, beautiful, very, 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 very beautiful, very good way to start your reading. All right. And if it's your first time here, then I'd like to welcome you. My name is Adrian, and if you're coming back, then I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. Welcome. All right. So let's look at your tarot and let's look at what is the energy that brought you to where you currently are. So there was a grand opportunity over here. I'm going to show you what you have, or what we have. We've got the Knight of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Empress. So this was a very grand opportunity that came your way. Very beautiful, very fantastic. There's a definite extension here of a cup of love, a lot of hope. This is something that really made your heart smile. Okay, so whatever you were dealing with here, whoever you were dealing with here, this really, it made you almost childlike either. It was good, it was beautiful, it really made you smile, it really was fantastic. You were willing to go the distance, and as far as your knowledge goes, the other person was willing to go the distance as well. But I feel that whilst it was really fantastic that, in a sense, I feel that maybe you were pursued more than, when you would have been pursued. And it was really fantastic, really wonderful, really joyous when it was offered to you, that cup of love. Somehow you sort of went a little bit into, or quite a bit into defense mode there. You were like, no, I'm fine now. I first got to focus on this. I can't do that now because. So there was a whole lot of reasons for why this couldn't really work, which is obviously inner resistance. Could have been some fears that you haven't sort of dealt with yet. Some issues about deservancy. And so it's almost like this connection is still sort of running through in the background. It's not gone, it's still there. It's just almost like the timing itself wasn't right at this particular point in time. It's almost like you wanted to start like a business with this person, you had some plans that they might not even have been aware of. Quite sort of grandiose plans. And then, let's just pick that up. So clarifying the Four of Cups, actually, and this is so amazing about tarot sometimes. So we're clarifying the Knight of Cups, and it actually is clarified by the Four of Cups, which, remember, is also the next card in your reading for the energy that currently brought you to where you are. So this feels like a lot of synchronicity. Say maybe you're like messaging each other or something like that, when you just sort of happen to pick up your phone, the person messages you, or they would say, oh my goodness, I was just sort of thinking about you. So it felt very in tune there. All right. And amazing thing is, I feel that it's not so much that you didn't want the connection. In fact, you really did want the connection, but you were also very afraid of the connection. Okay, it's almost like if you opened your heart fully to this particular connection, that if you know, if it didn't work out, it's almost like it would destroy you. Okay, so very powerful energy there that you were experiencing. Just clarifying that those Four of Cups there, and we got the Justice card. Okay, the Justice card, the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck for you over there. I'm going to put the Ace of Wands. I'm going to put the Ace of Wands back into the deck because that was just on top of the deck. But with this Justice card, I feel that you felt it was the right connection for you, but it wasn't the right time. Okay, so it's not that you and actually it might have invoked a lot of fear on you and sort of sent you in a bit of a dark alley, sort of downwards spiral there for a while. Okay, where you were thinking, oh my goodness, haven't I made the worst mistake of my life? And I feel that what many of you might have done is instead of, you know, saying how you feel, you may have actually ghosted this person, or, you know, just been too busy to talk to them, that sort of vibe. All right, let's see what we've got there with the Empress for you. And take from the bottom of the deck the Five of Swords. You were terrified that you made the wrong decision. You were like, oh my goodness, this is what I've done. You realize that you acted from fear, and you might have even had something, you know, tried something with someone else there for a while, or had your mind set on someone else, thinking that you can get this connection out of your mind, but alas, alas, alas. So, where you currently are, where this energy brought you, it brought you to the Queen of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Sun. So, it's almost like you guys are rekindling here, reconnecting again. You pretty much made up your mind. It's interesting how you have got a lot of you've got a lot of sort of like energetic, I would say almost like decisive power in this connection. That if you decide it's going to happen, that it is actually going to happen. And I feel that you're actually making that decision for it to happen. I feel that you feel ready. You're coming with a full cup, and they're coming with a full cup. All right. So you're meeting each other on very sort of equal grounds energetically, which can really lead to wonderful things, because I feel that, you know, you are dealing with somebody who's very sort of, you know, when they say that somebody's woke, you're dealing with somebody very sort of woke, you know, that they know their energy, they know who they are, they've done the inner child healing, which obviously by no means, you know, doesn't mean that they've got it all together, but what it does indicate is that you're dealing with somebody that understands energy, that understands doing the inner work, that doesn't necessarily run away from the emotions. And you may not have quite known how to deal with this person because they're very sort of on top of things in your vision, in your view of things, you know. And so I feel that you feel that the time is right for you, the two of you right now, because you have done, you know, with this Empress here, energy here in your recent past, you know, the energy that brought you to where you currently are with the Five of Swords. This was you, because the delay was you, you know, and you realize that you were running away. I also feel that you realize that time was running out somehow. It's almost like energetically you realize that time was running out. It's like almost like you've got this connection with this person that you almost can't explain, that you would know when they are sort of, you know, moving on to somebody new, and you're like, okay, I need to really do something about this right now. Okay, and this is where the Queen of Swords coming in with this decisiveness, and the Two of Cups coming together. Possible marriage here, long-term standing relationship, also good friendship that goes to the next level. Okay, let's see a card here for this. I thought that one was going to come out. I was obviously wrong. This one is Nine of Wands. This is a person that accepts you with your fears, with your inner demons. You don't have to pretend to be somebody different. Whereas many times you might be focusing on your, what you would call your perceived weaknesses and shortcomings. They focus on your strengths, and that is what actually helps you to heal those parts within you that, you know, can only sometimes be healed within a connection because of giving your heart so much, that trust. And I've been seeing this pattern coming on for you guys for a while. Let's see there what we've got with the Sun. For you, my beautiful Sag, there's a card sticking out there. Look at this. The Sun clarified by the world. Nothing's going to ever be the same again, you know. This decision that you make to open your heart, nothing is ever going to be the same again, ever. And that's a good thing, alright? Okay, so let's see where this energy is taking you. Alright, building together. This is a powerful connection. This is family. This is, ow. So you've got the 8 of Pentacles. That's what that new connection, that new building that I was talking about. The 10 of Cups. This is you finding what you've been looking for, what you've been searching for, because many of you were searching and you didn't even know what you were searching for. Alright? So this current energy where you are, it really opens a powerful door for you. And Ace of Cups. I feel that you're dealing with somebody who is very much done with you. Like, they're done with you. They've had it with your everything. And this is what we were talking about earlier on, the power of your decision in this connection, because when you decide you're going to go for this, the reason why this other person, I feel, might have made a decision is because you didn't feel energetically available to them anymore. So there was no point to holding on because there was nothing to hold on to. Whereas now when you make the decision, this is a, you know, and I'm very careful when I say this sometimes, but this is a true soul connection, you know. This is a true powerful sort of twin flame connection where you can almost telepathically pick up on where the other person is energetically. And so you're dealing with somebody who's very, they are, you know, it doesn't mean they've got everything together, but they are very much focusing forward through all their worries, fears and concerns, and they're only prepared to deal with somebody that's on that same energetic pattern. And so in many ways you were not. In many ways you were playing it safe. And this is you sort of putting yourself out there where you currently are with your heart, with the possibility that this may actually not work out. So this is very brave, by the way. There's some new start here for you guys. Sorry, starting very much from scratch. So there is, I feel that there's sacrifices that needs to be made on both sides. So whereas before it's almost like the expectation was, you know, maybe for them to make all the sacrifice or for you to make all the sacrifice, there's a bit of a power play that was going on here. And so, you know, so it was a bit of a, you know, a tug of war sort of thing that was happening over here. But there's sacrifices made on both sides. You're very mature and very ready energetically, both of you at this particular point in time. And I feel that they are sort of offering you that cup of love, which is fantastic. All right. So let's look at this 10 of Cups. Okay, no. A million cards. Let's take this one at the bottom. King of Wands, mature emotional connection. Okay. Mature emotional connection. Beautiful. Let's draw another one for that King of Cups. Also just in relation to this Ace of Cups. I feel that before you might have been very... you were very willing for this connection to take place, but you were playing a little bit of games, okay? And there with the Hermit card, things are shifting into place for you, taking a bit longer than you might have, you know, preferred, but definitely shifting in a positive direction. All right, and let's see what we've got for you, what energy it is that you want to focus on. And of course, I said, you know, you can always look at your cusp reading as well, which is on my on the page with all the other readings. Beautiful graphic design done there by AC Digital Marketing Solutions. And if it resonates with you, you know, you're more than welcome to. Okay, so this is the one that followed. Let's see. compassion. Compassion and the Justice card also fell out. So 2 cards came out for you. Have compassion with yourself. The Justice card came out first. I was like, justice for what? You know, have compassion with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. You know, take some time out to really come to terms with the past, because I feel in the past you were very sort of, you know, cut and dry. Who's to blame? I'm to blame. You know, so to move forward from that, so that you can experience the positive outcome from it when you do. Okay. And if it resonates with you, Sagittarius, I welcome you liking the video. I always appreciate comments. Let me know where we are connecting from. I'm in beautiful Cape Town in South Africa. And these are 2 cards. I'm going to shuffle for 1 more for you. And if it resonates with you, you're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel as well. Let's see. It says, this is the same card that came out for Leo, and there's 60 cards in this deck. So I use the law of creation deliberately. So if you may be dealing with a Leo, of course, strong Leo in your chart, or your Leo cusp, or anything like that, have a look. It says the law of creation has 2 parts, or 2 important parts. This is the desire for the creation and the allowing of the creation. Okay? And you're very much in that allowing space. You were before, but you weren't probably using the energy too positively, but now you can. Whether you are thinking of what you desire or the lack of what you desire, the direction of your thought is your choice. The law of creation goes to work upon whatever you are thinking about. All right, see you next time.